Good morning and welcome to my studio vlog. This month's vlog is going to be all about the biggest month I think I've had this year. I had an exhibition going on, and then we had a heap of family stuff that went on, and that all got sorted out, and I got the exhibition happening, and then I've been working on restocking all my colouring books, and then I've been working on my own little illustration project, of course, as well in amongst all of that. And the biggest thing that happened was my husband and I decided that I will actually join him for the next few months on his trip with his business out west. So we had to get our adult teenage children kind of okay with that and in a really good position where they felt like they really are excited for mum to move out for a few months so that they can try out, you know, the whole adulting thing. We're only a phone call away, of course, so they just think it's going to be really fun to just not have mum around for a little while. So of course I then had to make sure that I was okay with this, and which I'm not too sure yet whether I am. But yeah, so this month's vlog is a little bit of absolutely everything that went on for us as a family unit, not just my little art studio and what I got up to. This month was a bit of a bust for markets as well. The weather really didn't play very kindly to us. We only ever got to the one market in the end, or I did anyway. I think I have one more market to go to before I actually leave. But I'll take you around and show you what I've been doing in the studio the last week. I have a restock of my colouring books coming up, so I'm frantically making a heap of them so that not only do I have enough here for my lovely daughter who said she'd send out my orders for me, but also for the lady in town in the floral chapter in Bundaberg who stocks my colouring books. So I just need to make sure I have enough for the, say, 2 or 3 months that I'll be away. And then of course I've just finished off all of my pet portraits that I had outstanding, so that I am starting our trip with a bit of a clean slate and a little bit of time to kind of get used to what's going to go on while I'm actually on the road with Dusty Gypsy Studio. So pet portraits will still be happening. I will of course just have to figure out in the first 2 weeks or so where that will fit and how that will look while we're actually working on the road. So yeah, I'll just give you a bit of a look in here. So this is all of the colouring books that I have currently printed. I'm working on those today. 3 other colouring books, of course. So if you follow me, then you know I have Sea and Sand, the Witchy Travels, and my first colouring book, which was Mushrooms and Butterflies. So they are also getting printed as well. Beautiful printer in town, AA Stat. It's a family-owned business. They're actually helping me out with that. Get a bit of light in here. So yeah, so the other thing I've been working on has been Salty Sal's Adventures. So this is a children's book that has been 2 years in the making. I wrote this 2 years ago, and then I just finished doing all the inking for the line drawings, and now I've formatted it so that I can have a storybook, colouring book kind of deal. So that's been formatted, and I'm just kind of playing around with that to make sure that I like it. I think I have to split the story up a little more and add in a few more illustrations, but that's okay. I have them on hand because of course I did my Sea and Sand colouring book with this one in mind as well, so I do have extra illustrations if I need to pop them in. But my biggest problem at the moment is I don't know which medium I actually want to do this in. I love my watercolors, they're amazing, but I'm not sure that I'm liking what I'm actually doing. So I'm really glad that I kept the original line drawings, the English line drawings, separate, and just scanned in and printed out the line drawings on extra paper. And that way, if I have to redo anything, it doesn't matter. So this one here is in progress. As you can see, lots of colour. So I've gone and printed my line drawings onto watercolour paper so that I can really have a proper play. So these are the illustrations I've done so far. Anyway, I'm not sure that I like them so far painted in this medium. So I'm thinking I might swap over to gouache with so I'll be mixing the watercolour and the gouache. Well, gouache is pretty much watercolour. It's just a different way of doing everything. So I'm thinking I might do that while I'm on the road as well. So that will be the project that I hope to have finished when I get home, and I can just have that ready for Christmas. So that's my plan, but you know, we always have a plan A, B, C, D. Currently on, you know, X, Y, Z. So this is my pile of that I currently have that I think I'm taking with me, and of course anything that's on this desk here. My art supply haul for the trip is bigger than my actual clothing haul. So this, I have 2 bags and a lot of jumpers because I hate getting cold. So I hope my husband has room for that. So yeah, the van could be covered in art materials, and I'll be wearing the same 4 sets of clothing the whole time I'm away, but that's okay. So yeah, so that's what we've been up to. My exhibition went really well. It's up in the Book Boutique in Bundaberg, and that will be up until the I think it's like the 30th of June that one stays up till. So that was a big deal, and shout out to Crafted by Ash. Ash, thank you so much for your help. And thank you to my daughter Summer. She did filming on the night, which was really lovely of her to do. And thanks to my son, and you know, like, you all turned up, and all of my friends that turned up, and you know, the other supporters that turned up, that, you know, in the art community in Bundaberg. That was really lovely to see you all and have a chat. And yeah, I really appreciated it. It's always hard to do a solo exhibition because you have no idea whether or not people are going to come and like your work. And yeah, so on the night I actually sold a painting, which was really lovely. Kat from Her Umbrella in Bundaberg, thank you. Yeah, so hopefully, I haven't been in for the last 2 weeks because of course I've been frantically trying to get the house ready for me to be able to go, and you know, all of that kind of thing. I feel like I wanted to get on top of all the cleaning in the house, so the semi-adult children have a clean slate to start off with, and it's not too much of a big deal. And that way when I come home, it's not a big deal to give it a once over. And yeah, so we all have a little bit of learning to do in the next few months. And yeah, so I hope you like the rest of the video. This month's art club will be, I'm doing some inked colouring pages for succulents this month, and I'm setting them out so that this month's how-to will actually be how to create little cards from those inked drawings. So it's a nice simple one, but I think everybody needs something really quick and simple sometimes, just to get into the flow of things and do something fun. I think, you know, if we always do the hard things, we don't enjoy ourselves when it comes to art and craft and, you know, the illustrations and things like that. You have to make sure you do something that's a little bit fun in between. So yeah, I'll get on to filming the rest of this and playing with these illustrations to see whether I can figure out how I want to do these. I'm sure I'll figure that out at some point. I'll do something that I like. I always tell my children that 1 out of 3 paintings I actually adore. And I'm always a little about the other 2. So yeah, we'll see you on the other side. Bye.